Actualization of culture, playground, educational, game tools as strengthening love for the country in early childhood. With the following members: number 1, Ida Yeni Rahmawati, Magister Education. Number 2, Hadi Cahyono, Magister Education. Number 3, Wahyudi, Magister Education from Muhammadiyah University of Ponorogo, September 2022. Introduction. Educational game tools (APE) are play equipment that contain education that is used to stimulate imagination in the child development process. APE in this Indonesian culture-based playground can foster a sense of love for the Indonesian homeland in children from an early age. The purpose of this study is to describe and explain various APE in cultural playground as strengthening love for the homeland in early childhood. And the next introduction. In this study, we focus on the educational aspect of the value of patriotism. Love for the homeland is behavior that shows a sense of caring and appreciation based on the spirit of nationalism and being willing to sacrifice for the sake of the homeland and nation. The forms of patriotic behavior include loving domestic product, diligently studying for the sake of the nation and state, loving the environment, carrying out and clean and healthy living, and knowing the territory of the homeland without regional fanaticism. The characteristics of love for the homeland include appreciating the service of national heroes, being willing to use domestic product, appreciating the natural beauty and culture of Indonesia, memorizing national anthem, and choosing to travel domestically. In another sense, love for the homeland is a feeling that arises in the citizens of a country to serve, maintain, defend, and protect their homeland from all threats and disturbance. Examples of love for the homeland include: number 1, pride in Indonesian custom. Number 2, pride is an Indonesian citizen. 3, maintaining the good name of the nation. 4, spirit and personality by Pancasila. Methodology. This research is qualitative descriptive study. Qualitative descriptive research is a research method with a simple qualitative approach to the flow of the process of an event, which the end can be concluded as a generalization that becomes a conclusion from the process that has been studied. Data collection techniques in this study use observation techniques, in-depth interview, and documentation. The data analysis technique used is the interactive data analysis of the Miles and Haberman model, namely data reduction, data presentation, and conclusion drawing. And the next result and discussion. The results of teacher respondent at Pembina State Kindergarten Ponorogo relating to the need for culture-based APA on cultural playground that has been developed at Pembina State Kindergarten Ponorogo are presented in Figure 1 below. In this Figure 1, respondent results and culture-based APA needs a culture playground. Results and discussion. Figure 1 above show that 19% of teacher respondents at Pembina State Kindergarten in Ponorogo need culture APA to support activities at the culture playground. Thus, culture APA is also expected to be able to foster a sense of love for the Indonesian homeland in early childhood on the culture playground at the TK Negeri Pembina Ponorogo. And the next result and discussion based on an in-depth analysis of the use of culture playground APA that have been developed at Pembina State Kindergarten in Ponorogo. Several APA that support culture playground include egrang, bekel ball, congklak, jam rope, engklek, bakia, rangku alung, cublak-cublak suweng, and gangsing. The description of each culture-based APA that supports the culture playground at the Pembina State Kindergarten is as follows. And the next result and discussion. Number 1, egrang. This game can train children's balance and muscle strength and can train the synchronization of children's hand and foot movement. Finally, this is a game that can develop children's gross motor skills. That still game is one of the games that can improve or develop children's motor skills. This egrang game comes from South Sulawesi province and is played by the Bugis tribe as Majeka. However, this egrang game is also a traditional culture game in Indonesia on the island of Java. This egrang game can improve children's motor skills, namely balance, agility, and strength. This traditional egrang game can also train children enthusiasm and teach children to use the material around them. The next, bekel ball. That the traditional bekel ball game is a game that utilises bekel ball and 6 grain or others. The bekel ball is made of rubber which produce a bulge when the ball is thrown. That bekel ball game is traditional game that is influenced by Dutch culture. This can be seen from the word bekel, which comes from the Dutch language, namely bekel spil or bikkelen. Javanese traditional philosophy believes that this game is symbol of the relationship between human and God, and human with human. Bekel ball game is very popular in Java. Thus, this bekel ball game originated on the island of Java. The next, rangku alu. The rangku alu game is on the traditional games that requires bamboo as a playing tool. This game comes from East Nusa Tenggara, precisely the Manggarai community. Usually, people play this game at plantation and agriculture harvest parties. This rangku alu game is played by utilizing two pairs of bamboo stick with movement and singing until the opponent feet are squeezed between the bamboo. This game was carried out in group using bamboo as a medium and was played by women. The interesting thing is that the more agile the players, the rhythm and of the bamboo beat also increase. And the next, finally, conclusion. Based on the result and discussion above, it can be concluded that 19% of the respondents of the TK Negeri Pembina Ponorogo teachers need culture APE to support the implementation of the culture playground that has been developed at the TK Negeri Pembina Ponorogo. The existence of APE in this cultural playground can support the implementation of a culture playground that can foster a sense of love for the Indonesian homeland in children from an early age by applying several appropriate methods and media. Thank you for your attention.